What up? Peace, your boy Wax, man. 1/3 of the Brokest Podcast, you know. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and like this video. We got to talk about the one and only, the Bojangle, 227, Concreature. Shout out to Boldy James, man. His recent project with him and Nicholas Craven, Fair Exchange, No Robbery. They did over 1 million streams. That's no promotion. Next to no features. If I'm not mistaken, there's only one feature on that project that I can remember off the top. Um, just like, I was initially going to review this album, but just with time constraints, I didn't really have time to. But I haven't talked about Boldy yet, so do the same thing. I really want to talk about Boldy James. Funny story behind Boldy. I remember I got to see him. The first time I was introduced to Boldy was at a Royce the 5'9" concert. It was when Royce and DJ Premier first put out that first Prime album, and they were in New York City. This was at, I want to say, the Highline Ballroom. It was the Highline Ballroom. I think it was. Long story short, I remember him being on stage, and I was just like, yo, I'm straight, and like walked away, and just thought he was whack. But later on, I can't even get my head on straight now. I'm one taking this shit. I don't even care. Look at that, looking crazy. So yeah, later on, I obviously once he put out that project with Alchemist, Price of Tea in China, that's what really got me to pay attention to him. I was like, okay, let me listen to this, and I've been hooked ever since, man. I like Boldy's style, like actually listening to him now. Damn, I need a haircut. So yeah, Boldy's dope, man. He's definitely one of those rappers who's gonna be king of the slow flow. He gonna slow flow you to death. He gonna talk on them records. He ain't, coming with no crazy delivery. Best thing I like about Boldy, like when he raps, it's one of two things. Like this dude is an effortless storyteller. I don't know if he's necessarily trying, but it just comes off so effortlessly. And then other records just come off like a conversation. And I feel like Boldy puts a lot in his records too, talking about like his addiction to lean, just shit that he's been through. That's just me, man. I like what he does. I remember on an interview he had said, I forgot who he interviewed with, but he more or less said that he was a boring individual. From the way he moves around on a day-to-day basis to the type of music that he makes. You know what I mean? His music ain't for everybody. I guess he was calling it boring because, he's one of those guys just of that slow flow caliber. But don't sleep, man. The guy got a catalog. This most recent project, like I said, did over 1 million streams. Not even in the first week. It was less than a week. Same thing with Rome Streets. Shout out to Rome. What I did find interesting, though, and this is a conversation we had on the podcast before about dudes who in the industry who looked at as friends or colleagues dropping albums the same day, or when you have that same kind of fan base, how that can take away from one album versus the other. But these two, both Griselda mates, dropping on the same day, both doing over 1 million streams, less than 7 days or a weekend. It's clear as day the fan base is tapped in. But that does still make me wonder, like, if one of them had waited a week, would one of them have done 1.5 million or 2 million that first week? You know what I mean? But I still think that's dope. Both Griselda mates doing over 1 million streams that week. But this particular project, man, I think the name is fitting, man. Fair Exchange, No Robbery, because the production and then Boldy's flow, it was just a perfect marriage on here. So shout out to Nicholas Craven, Canadian producer, pretty dope, underground producer. I don't even want to consider him an underground producer, but he is an up-and-coming producer who I think has a lot to offer. I feel like he single-handedly resurrected Ransom's career. Because prior to Ransom linking with him, I don't, like in the last 2 to 3 years, I don't remember Ransom doing anything. And then out of nowhere, it was just like, boom, Ransom, Nicholas Craven, just dropping project after project after project. And now, Ransom is one of those guys you just look forward to listen to again. So shout out to Nicholas Craven for, like I said, I feel like he resurrected Ransom's career, got him back in the booth. But yeah, Nick Craven, man, he definitely he's top tier, man. He goes in that conversation with your Alchemists, your Derringers, your your Mad Libs, just these top tier producers who can still sample, use soul samples, do drumless beats, whatever they need to do, just to keep that real element and essence of hip hop there. And he does a great job at it. I don't feel like I've heard any production from him that was trash. He's got a song with Rock called Thousand Mile Stare, which I think is dope, and it's got some drums in there. And, Rock is the king of no drums, but I was like, damn, this really tailors the Rock style. Sounds great. Same way, I think Alchemist did his thing on his album too. The project they have out together, Elephant Man's Bones. I can't remember that right now. I'm all over the place. Just one take right here, baby. But yeah, man, Nicholas Craven is dope. Boldy James is dope. So King of the slow flow, Boldy James. I wonder how far he can actually take it with his style, with his personality, because the guy is just super laid back, super cool all the time. King of the slow flow. Where's his trajectory go? Where's his ceiling? Does he have a ceiling? I would like to say he doesn't. And what's nice about Boldy too, which I think is dope, I noticed like a project like what he did with him and Nick Craven, this shit is wild smooth. But then I like the stuff that he's done with Real Bad Man. Um, that stuff, I feel like you got a more playful side of Boldy. And then even the stuff that he's done with Alchemist, I felt like was totally different from what he did with Jay Versace. It's like he's tailoring himself to that particular production to do what he's going to do. I think it's dope, though. So different producers get different things out of him, which is nice, especially in terms of longevity. Definitely feel like, that's going to be able to stretch his career for him to be able to constantly do different projects with different producers. Now, I don't know offhand personally if Boldy has done like a project with multiple producers. There's none that I could think of that he has. Um, but I like these dudes doing these projects with a single producer. I think it's great, man. Like a lot of cohesiveness allows you to just lock in, do your thing. Um, Now with Boldy and Rome both being signed to Griselda, will we get like a Griselda project with the two of them on there? Like, can we get a joint project from the two of them? I know there's a few records with them two on the records together. Now I feel like their flow's totally different. Boldy's super slow. He's gonna attack the track. Um, yeah, man. So it's just crazy. Like, and shout out to West Side Gun, man. That's West Side Thanos right here, because he's literally snatching up all the top tier, uh, all the top tier rappers, man, all the top tier dudes with ill pen game on the underground scene. You know what I mean? It's like traditional rappers. He's snatching these dudes up. The fact that you got Rome Streets and Boldy on the same label is amazing. Stove God as well. I mean, it would be nice for him to put out. Who knows? It may be in the work. But if we get a new Griselda project and all these dudes on there, that'll sound crazy. Uh, but yeah, man, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. Like I said, no notes today. I'm just kind of just off the top, one take. If you like this video, yeah, I'll do another video on both of them and just be a little more detailed, kind of tap into that kind of suicide with them, but with Boldy and Freddie. But like I said, I just want to get out videos, just kind of talk about these two because I feel like their careers have some serious longevity. Both of these guys have core fan bases that continue to grow. Um, Traditional hip hop is growing, obviously, and it's coming back to the forefront again. Just obviously, these guys' album streams clearly represent that, and you got mainstream artists doing 25,000 streams, 20,000 streams. I'm not gonna mention no names, but it happens. But yeah, I mean, I feel like traditional rap is on the rise. Drumless production is on the rise, which I love. It's dope. I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's dope. But where's the ceiling for all these dudes? For your Freddie Gibbs, for your Boldy James, for your Stove Gods, for your Rome Streets. Um, yeah, I really want to see where this movement's gonna go, man, because I feel like it's just becoming more of a lifestyle. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and then if you like this video and as well as the other one I put out on Freddie, um, I will do a more deep dive, I guess, connoisseur rap type of video talking about these two, and we'll just really kind of, I guess, get into a study, just really dive into the catalog. But anyways, I'm rambling. One take, both these videos. Make sure you like this video, share the video, man. Subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Wax Group TV. I want to know what you guys think, and let me know what else we should be talking about. Peace.